Good afternoon, Rockets fans. Today we're going to be talking about Rockets versus the Kings last night. Unfortunately, we did lose. There's a lot to talk about today. Um, yeah, there's not too much on the film side that we could talk about, um, but the box score speaks volumes tonight. Um, yeah, the box score speaks volumes, and honestly, this was really disappointing, man, because on multiple fronts we could have done so much better. First quarter, we did a good job of limiting De'Aaron Fox on his shots. You know, he ended up having a good game later on in the game. Maybe he did, some star players, right? They in the first quarter, they're not necessarily looking to get hot unless they're trying to go for a big night, 50, 40, high 40 point night. Uh, but we did a good job of limiting him in the first quarter. In the first quarter, I also saw a couple of bad shots. That's uncharacteristic of our team. We have made a name for ourselves trying to get the best shot that we can every single time down, and we veered away from that. We veered away from that this game. Um, very sloppy on multiple fronts. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, man. I mean, I'm all for trying new things. The first thing that comes to my mind is Alfred Şengün's hook shot. It was like a sweeping hook across the lane. Look, let him try. They've given him a leash. They've given him a long leash. Let him try new things, and work it out throughout the season. But there comes a point. There comes a point where we kind of gotta pull back the reins. Not on him, right? But on other people, because we definitely veered away from not taking the best shots throughout this game, and that's just why we lost. I want to give a shout out to Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks, man, I've been screaming this. You have been an asset to our team. You have turned into the Oregon Dylan Brooks, and that's exactly what we need. Usually, whenever there's a fight that occurs, our team rallies, our team gets spirited, blood starts flowing. We start playing as a team, as a tight unit, and we usually pull out the win, right? After the fight, after the little scuffle, pushing and shoving, your mama this, your mama that. After that whole episode, I felt very confident about going to bed and not watching the rest of the game. I ended up watching the rest of the game today and saw that the scuffle ended up backfiring on us. So, shout out to the Kings, man. They were able to, pull the Uno reverse card on us. But the refs, they weren't really, playing too fair. There was a couple of, iffy calls, and there was a lot of fouls that the guy wasn't getting. So, I'm going to defend my guys, man. I'm going to defend my guys. I'm the biggest Rockets fan. I'm going to defend my guys to the end. Third quarter was where we lost the game, right? We lost the lead, and, it was all she wrote in the third quarter. Too many offensive turnovers. Şengün, you got to practice setting screens, man, because I think it was 2 or 3 times in a row that you turned the ball over, and then they just kept pouring it on, ultimately building the lead, and, that was the nail in the coffin, right? in the third quarter as well. Jalen Green, man, had 19 points in the first quarter, man, and he didn't get a shot until late in the third. We'll get into it more in this video. What I felt it went exactly wrong, but 19 points in the third quarter. We got to do a better job of getting the right people the right looks. Drawing up plays for individuals, man. Being able to be fluid on our offense, because any given night somebody could get hot. Any given night, it could be either Şengün, Fred, Jalen, Dillon Brooks. It could even be Jabari. You know, I would have liked to see Jalen Green get a lot more shots, man. I would have liked to see him. He had 33 minutes on the game, but that wasn't doing him justice, man. That wasn't doing him justice. I felt like a lot of those 33 minutes weren't allocated correctly. What's for the birds? It was our third quarter. Third quarter was entirely horrible, entirely unacceptable. It was just bad, man. Also, what's for the birds, man? Tari Eason. This moment of silence for your layup package. Bro, you got to do mic and drill, man. If you don't know what that is, figure that out. YouTube is your friend. Google is your friend. Mic and drill, bro. You missing too many layups, bro. You are too talented. We need you way too much on this team. 5 for 15 shooting. Majority of that was missed layups. And I know you were kicking yourself because I saw you kicking yourself in the game. Maybe it was once. Maybe I only caught it once and everybody else was seeing it multiple times. But, bro, it's unacceptable to miss that many layups, bro. Sheesh, man. It was at least about 7 or 8 of them that you missed. That was point blank layups, man. Layup package is for the birds, man. For the birds. On a positive note, Jalen Green, man. Player of the game is Jalen Green. This man has 64% shooting, 62% from the three, 33 minutes, but obviously we not using them right. This man needed more shots, man. Coaching staff, man, I blame this loss on y'all. I blame this loss on y'all because by the time we started getting Jalen Green the ball, the right player in this situation the ball, it was too late. We're down 6, we're down 7, and we're trying to claw back into the game versus when we're struggling in the third quarter in order to put the ball in the basket, we need to be getting him the ball in. Or whoever is hot at that moment, getting them the ball. Yeah, it should be unacceptable for the hottest player on the team at that current moment to not get a shot until the end of the third quarter, especially when we were struggling the entire third quarter. I mean, at this point, I kind of see it like we're putting blocks into square pegs. It's that simple, man. Put the blocks in the square hole, put the circle in the round hole. That's as simple as it needs to be. Seriously. 64% shooting from the field, 62% shooting from the three. Why are we not giving this guy more shots, man? 28 points. But shout out to Alperen Şengün, man. Leader of our team, best player on the team. He definitely tried his best to claw us back, man. It's not Alperen's fault. Yeah. Coaching staff, man, y'all got to do better, man. Allocated minutes to the right players, man. Tari Eason had 33% from the field, and he played as much as he did. I love the guy, want him to do well, but got to sit him down. Next game, man, we play a frequented played rival. Steph Curry and those guys, we go to see them in their building. Let's try to get a win, man. If not this time, then please on the 11th, let's get a win, y'all. Peace.
I'm Texas famous, ooh, I'm Texas famous.